Hello there, this is fairbinaryoptions.com, and like the name suggests, this is the Australian dollar Canadian dollar 4-hour chart, and we are looking at the possible inverse head and shoulders pattern for our market here. Now it might be, or it might look like a pattern within a pattern, in the sense that you might say that the inverse head and shoulder actually started here like this, but I don't think this is the case, because in most of the times the neckline or the potential neckline needs to be broken. So I would say that our inverse head and shoulder actually neckline should be something like this, should look something like this. And let me change the color, make it a bit more visible. So that would be our neckline, and as you can see here, neckline being broken, retested, and now looking for price to fly higher. Any inverse head and shoulder comes with a measure move. This is the measure move for this inverse head and shoulder. Like this, and this one needs to be projected to the upside. This one projected to the upside will give us a target of above parity again. So looking with the target of parity inside, and that would imply a couple of things. First of all, either the Canadian dollar is going to be extremely weak, or the Australian dollar is going to start coming extremely strong, which is not the case for the last suggestion. So I would say that the key for this one would stay with the Australian dollar. Whenever you are looking at an inverse head and shoulder, you should look at the possible, let's say, relationship between the left shoulder and the right shoulder. And in our case here, we are looking at the dips here in the left shoulder. If you take a look here, this is the left shoulder, and this is the right shoulder. And by the time, as you can see from here, so left shoulder consolidates in a contracting triangle most likely, right shoulder here consolidates until the neckline, and from this moment of time until this moment of time, this is the relationship between the two here, this one here and this one here. So these are the relationship between the two shoulders. So let's say that this is the first one here, the left shoulder, and then the right shoulder here, as you can see, the distance between the two is almost the same, so they are consolidating around the same levels. And what to look for next? Well, we are looking for a bullish setup and a bullish scenario, and this bullish scenario implies for the measure move here to come to be touched. Whenever you are looking at a potential measure move from a potential inverse head and shoulder, then you should just skip the move, let's say the whole move, but try to look only for the void between the neckline and the candles below. That being the case, we are looking for a conservative approach now for this move to the upside, and I will go for even a lower approach. So the target should not be exactly parity, but I would go for something like 35, something like 75%, let's say, retracement out of this move, and that would be our target to the upside. So neckline broken, retested, and in order to treat this one and to trade this one, these are binary options, we are looking to buy calls. Okay, so looking to buy calls, and depending on your time frame that you are identifying the trade, look to buy calls when this series of lower highs are going to be broken. And the expiration date, this is a 4-hour chart, the expiration date normally should be pretty big. So we are considering something like end of week, 1 week, or even 2 weeks expiration dates. This is a bullish scenario, and whenever you are looking at a bullish scenario, again, we're looking to buy calls. So looking to buy calls, for the measured move. And normally the expiration date should be higher than 1 week. So I would say, let's just write here that I would go for 1 week or even 2 weeks expiration dates. Now here on fairbinaryoptions.com we have a lot of brokers that we recommend, so you have different expiration dates and different assets to trade. Our recommendation here is to go on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and based on this inverse head and shoulder, which is a reversal pattern by the way, so based on this inverse head and shoulder, just to go and engage in buying calls after that series of lower highs is going to be broken. Thank you very much for being here with us at fairbinaryoptions.com. Keep in mind that our official sponsor here is Lion Eye, and thank you again. Keep in touch. Bye bye.